This episode of On the Record is brought to you by Associated Equipment Distributors.
I'm Executive Editor Kim Schmidt. We're at the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky. Welcome to On the Record. Here's an update on what's currently impacting the ag equipment industry. Earlier this week, Bühler Industries, the manufacturer of the Versatile and Farm King brands of equipment, announced plans to take the company private. I caught up with the company president here at the show to find out what it was going to mean for the company as well as its dealer network.
So the decision is taken because we need to, make a wrong decision in order to make heavier investment into our factory to modernize our production technologies together with the new product development. And this will help us and give more free hands to take the decision in that direction. And that, moving back from the privatization stock exchange will give us a lot of advantages, and there will be new changes in our, sales and marketing strategy. So we will keep our dealer network as is and giving more stronger support out of our investment into the company.
And then you had said there'll be some investment in production and new products and facilities. Can you talk a little bit about what to expect there?
So we are planning to make that investment and production activities in North America as much as possible. That's the reason why we are investing our Winnipeg factory for Versatile and also in Morgan factory for Farm King. So that both factories are invested with the new production tooling like new laser cutting machines, welding robots, presses, etc. And it will give larger and bigger production capacity to us together with the improved quality of the product. And this is the one investment area that we are doing at the moment, and the other is we are developing new product which is planned to be launched very soon with the new Versatile faces.
This week's dealers on the move include Mid-South Tractor Company, Florida Coast Equipment, and Crystal Tractor and Equipment. Kubota dealer Mid-South Equipment acquired Patrick Miller Tractor Company in Mary and Natchitoches, Louisiana. Florida Coast Equipment and Crystal Tractor, two more Kubota dealers, announced recently an agreement to exchange dealership locations in Sebring and Lecanto, Florida. Now we'll send things over to Noah Newman with the latest from the Technology Corner.
Well, Kim, walking around the nation's largest indoor farm machinery show, you have to always make sure you're on the right path, which is exactly what farmers do when they're out in the field. And Ag Leader has a new technology we came across out here that does just that. Check it out.
Now, RightPath is a passive implement steering solution, which means that what we are doing is installing a GPS receiver on the implement itself and using the tractor steering system to direct that implement onto the right path, onto that guidance line, keeping it consistently on that guidance line where it needs to be. So we all know some of the issues that implement drift causes. Implement drift is as you're traveling through the field, that implement is moving left and right of that guidance line as you're navigating various terrain or curves as well. That implement's not driving where it needs to go. And oftentimes where the implement's at is even more critical or more important than where the tractor is at itself. We can support both of our steering solutions, our integrated hydraulic solution, which is Steer Command Z2, or our steady steer solution, which is our solution that mounts on the steering wheel and uses a motor to turn that steering wheel. So RightPath is a product that can be supported on multiple different brands of equipment, multiple different age ranges of equipment. So it's a really flexible solution that should be able to be very easily retrofittable on a variety of farms that are out there. It's a very simple install. It's a GPS receiver that gets mounted on the planter or the implement itself.
And we'll have much more new technology and products from the show coming soon on PrecisionFarmingDealer.com. Technology Corner, walk and talk at the National Farm Machinery Show. Back to you, Kim.
Thanks, Noah. As of February 12th, corn prices were $4.90, soybeans closed at $10.27, and wheat closed at $5.74. Compared to 2 weeks ago, corn was down 7 cents, soybeans were down 33 cents, and wheat was up 12 cents. The latest trade values and trends data from Tractor House shows that in the U.S., used sprayers inventory levels fell 4.04% month over month in January,
but increased 10.8% year over year. Asking values were down 2.68% month over month and 5.86% year over year, and are continuing a downward trend. Auction values also decreased, down 0.78% month over month and 8.52% year over year, and are maintaining a downward trend. The Sandhills Equipment Value Index spread in this market fell 2 points from December to 43% in January, slightly under the peak values seen in 2015. U.S. used planting equipment inventory is trending downward. Inventory levels decreased 5.03% month over month and 5.64% year over year in January. Asking values were up 4.51% for the month, but down 4.95% year over year, and are trending down. Following a similar pattern, auction values were up 6.99% versus the previous month, but down 3.22% year over year in January. The EVI spread in this market dropped 10 points from December to 51% in January, significantly lower than the peak values observed in 2015. John Deere announced its first quarter 2025 earnings on February 13th. Deere reported its net income was $869 million for the first quarter ended January 26, 2025. Worldwide net sales and revenues decreased 30% to $8.5 billion in the most recent quarter. Net sales were $6.8 billion for the quarter, compared with $10.5 billion in 2024. Net sales for the Production and Precision Ag division were down 37% year over year for the first quarter. Net income attributable to Deere & Company for fiscal 2025 is forecast to remain in a range of $5 billion to $5.5 billion. Ahead of the release, J.P. Morgan's Tammy Zakaria said the company's outlook will depend on the continued success of agricultural aid programs, as well as any regulatory changes regarding crop subsidies and tariffs. This week's DataPoint is brought to you by the Dealership Mind Summit. To register and learn more, go to dealershipmindsummit.com. According to the latest numbers from the Association of Equipment Manufacturers and Analysis from J.P. Morgan, inventory to sales for combines decreased year over year to 1.6 months. North American combine inventories were down 40% year over year to 974 units versus down 12% year over year in December, with the U.S. down 44% year over year and Canada down 26% year over year. That's it for this week's On the Record, coming to you from Louisville, Kentucky at the National Farm Machinery Show. As always, we welcome your feedback. Send comments and story suggestions to kschmidt@lestermedia.com. Until next time, I'm Kim Schmidt. Thanks for joining us.